Okay, so now, what do you need to think about? Get the guy scratching his head there. Okay, what do I need to think about when I choose a plan? What questions do I need to ask? Well, you need to understand the costs, obviously, coverage, what other coverage might be in force, how the simplicity and the extras that may be offered by a plan, prescription drug, doctor, hospital choice, and travel. Those are some of the key ones. Certainly it's not all the questions, but it's the key ones. So when you consider costs in a plan, make sure that you're clear on the premium, the deductibles, copays, and if there's an out-of-pocket limit. Out-of-pocket limit means that if you did incur eligible expenses, what is the maximum you are financially responsible for? Do you want a higher premium and predictable costs? Or do you want a lower premium and quote-unquote pay as I go? Some people that tell me, gee, I'm really enjoying good health. I don't do a lot of doctoring. I've got some reserves. I would rather just have a lower premium. I can handle those co-pays or those responsibilities if I do have claims. It's a personal decision. Coverage. Make sure that when you're considering a plan, you understand the benefit structure and what if you change your mind. If you work with a trusted advisor, they will make sure you understand, when you can make changes, the type of enrollment windows and periods and special enrollments that may or may not be available to you. Do you prefer the stability of the coverage year after year, or are you comfortable with reviewing benefit changes yearly and possibly making a plan change? If you recall, we talked about that term guaranteed renewable on the med subs. In my experience, I have found that people that are in a position to handle, sometimes they're a little higher premium, the Medicare supplements, depending on which one you choose, of course. But some people that say, I don't want to deal with open enrollment on my medical. I just want to know it's there for me. They will say, I want that stability. Other folks say, I've been through open enrollment for years. I'm comfortable. I'm used to reviewing my benefit changes. I will pick up the phone and call, if they use an agent or a trusted advisor and make a plan change. I'm good with that. Your decision. Other coverage. Are you going to continue working? Do you have employer insurance available to you? Group, maybe a retiree plan. Do you have coverage to the VA or TRICARE, for example? All considerations when choosing a plan. Simplicity and extras. So do you want that plan that's all in one? So you deal with one company for both your medical and drug coverage and just have one customer service number to call if issues? Are you looking to add the extras like hearing aids, eyewear, dental, gym membership, for example? How important are those to you? Prescription drugs. Have you looked up the meds on a plan's list of drugs? Any plan, and I'm talking about the insurance plan, that offers a Part D has to have a list of drugs approved and offered that's called a formulary. You make sure that your meds, you've looked them up. If they're not on the formulary, you need to look at options during either the open enrollment or when you're initially signing up. Also, some meds might require a prior approval or have restrictions for specific meds. One comment on that earlier thing, I said the plan's list of drugs. There are formulary exceptions, but if you're new, that you can submit a request for, not guaranteed to be approved by the plan. But when you're new to Medicare Part D, just a really good idea to have a very thorough evaluation done of your meds to avoid issues. Do you understand the levels of coverage and the donut hole? Might you be in a position based on your specific meds that you may hit that donut hole? Do you get the extra help subsidy? Because if you do, your benefit structure will change. And can you use your pharmacy? And I'm seeing this as a bigger and bigger issue over the last several years. A plan that offers a Part D plan will have a network of pharmacies that they contract with, and within that, they may have preferred and standard. And that's very important to understand because you want to use preferred pharmacies to get the lowest copay or the lowest cost on your specific med. And that can change every year. And might you have a late enrollment penalty? Doctor hospital choice. Can you keep the doctors you currently use? So when you're evaluating your options, make sure that you've considered the doctors and your preferred providers, maybe hospitals. Does the plan have a network? If you choose a Medicare supplement, there generally is no network. Any doctor that takes Medicare. But if you are in an Advantage or a cost plan, they will have a network of healthcare and hospital providers, and they need to be looked up. They may have out-of-network coverage, depends on the plan you're considering, but you want to be well informed before you make your choice. Does the plan require referrals? And travel. And being that we're in a northern state where I have a lot of snowbirds that I've worked with, I've seen this a real big issue, and it's important to understand. If you take frequent trips, either domestically or internationally, remember original Medicare is U.S. coverage. So most plans that I see that the private plans will offer some emergency internationally, but you need to truly understand how your coverage will work if you travel, especially if you spend a considerable amount of time out of your home state, like wintering in Arizona and Florida. Some plans may have a travel benefit, or they may have access to a national network, or they may just have higher expenses with out-of-network benefits when you are out of the area. So again, these are questions you need to evaluate when you're choosing a plan.